As many of my long-term followers and subscribers know, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. In fact, I like standing up, I like taking the plate and just saying, yep, I'm fucked up, look at how fucked up I am, accept me. I've done that a lot in the past. And I pride myself on my honesty. I pride myself on telling the truth to everybody. I pride myself on not lying. And if I ever lie to you, it's because I'm ignorant on something, I don't understand something, or I'm genuinely being misled into believing something. But for the past couple of months, I don't know where that's gone out of me. I've just become... I'm going to move that. But for the past couple of months, I've lied constantly. I've told countless lies to friends, family, even to you guys, through the means of my channel on Twitter. Oh, this is going to be a long ass video, but, so, this is just going to be my fucking life, pretty much. So, I'm going to start from the beginning here. This is pretty much life story. So, for those of you that don't know, I have 3 siblings. I have one sister, I have a brother, and I have another brother. So yeah, I have a sister and 2 brothers. And I currently only have technically one sister with me. Anytime, I can only ever... She's the only person I can talk to. I have a brother that I've never met. I have a brother that... This is not a stop story, by the way, that I will call it and all make sense at some point. I have a sister and my brother that I've never met. I know he exists, I know he's alive, and I know he's out there, but I've never met him. Now, I know it's quite a common thing, but like... And I've never met him, so that's... Siblings. My other brother is not alive. When I was around 12, 13 years old, he passed away in a car crash, which is something that I just don't like. But he passed away in a car crash, and before that happened, I would never lie. I would never do anything to go out of my way to upset somebody. I was pretty happy. I was a happy kid growing up. I was reasonably spoiled, as much as I could be from the type of family I was in. And I had a good upbringing. But then when this incident happened, it emotionally destroyed me. I've never been the same since that incident, because I was in the car at the time, and I've not even told close friends this, so this is like, it's gonna be a shock to some of my friends as well. I've only ever told 3 people, all of which are no longer my friends. And basically before that I had friends, quite a lot of friends. I was reasonably popular. I wasn't like the popular kid or anything. I had like I had a close group of friends, and it was an okay number. And after this incident, when I went back to school, when I went back into doing things again, I wouldn't talk to anyone. I wouldn't do anything. I would just, like at lunch or something, I would just sit as far away from everyone as I could. I would just sit on the corner. I would I wouldn't want to be near anyone. I wouldn't want to talk. I don't like talking. If I was in a class, I would always make sure I'm reasonably late, like late enough so I know everyone's sat down, so I can go in and find the place that has no one sitting at it. And because just after that incident, I never wanted to talk to anyone. I never wanted to do anything. So I was like, I never wanted to go up to somebody because I developed like horrible anxiety about everything. I developed anxiety about meeting people. I developed anxiety about going near anyone. Even online, like, I just uninstalled my Skype, and my original Skype account still exists, and I can't have access to it. I don't know the password, but I would love to get access to that so I can call up, like, my friends from when I was 12 and say, hey, I'm not fucking dead. Because I know I had a look at one of their Twitters from that time, and that's actually what one of them thought, so. And I think some of them still follow me as well, so for you guys, I'm sorry for just abandoning you. But Okay, so that happened, and I basically just shut myself off. And that was around 2012. No, 2011, sorry, 2011. That's when my brother, and 2011, and then I just shut myself off until around early 2015, I would say. Like, I'd done nothing. If you looked, my old channel still existed. I mean, it was deleted by YouTube, but if it still existed, you could look back at it and you could just see, I uploaded, like, I was getting onto the stages of uploading 2-3 videos each day, constantly, all at the same time, just doing it. And for like, Jacksepticeye or something like that, that's no big deal, because he can do that, that's like his job, but like, I was averaging a couple of views, but I was still doing it. It was the only thing I had in my life, was making videos. And through all of that, I had one friend. Actually, no. I even shut myself off from them for a part of it, but I had one person that I still talked to in at least some capacity. Not a lot, but I talked to him at least once every 3 weeks or so, and that was Andrew from Talk Gaming, or Andrew from Stephen Andy. And I talked to him. And he was a person that I was close to, and he was my friend. He was the person that would stick up for me if something happened. I stuck up for him. He was my friend. He was my only friend through any of that. And he's still, to this day, one of the people that I still feel closest to, despite the fact that we don't even talk that much anymore. I still feel extremely close to him. And I think I always will, on some capacity. And then, around early 2015, so I'd say like July 2015, I would say, maybe. Yeah, July 2015. Yeah, it was July 2015. I went, okay, fuck this. I can't do this. Because I was just sitting there, and I tried to kill myself. Okay, I just admitted that. Oh shit. I tried to kill myself. I tried to kill myself on that day. It was July 19th, 2015. And it was after a fallout with Andrew. And I'd fallen out with him. And I just went, okay, I now have absolutely nobody. Oh man. And I had absolutely nobody. So, yeah, I thought, okay, that's going to be the best option. I tried. I failed. Thankfully, I failed. And then when I failed, when I was like, I think it was the next day, because I kind of passed out from something that I'd done. I can't remember exactly what I did. Well, I can, but I'm not going to divulge details because it's personal from what I did. But the next day I went, okay, I didn't die. I'm supposed to be here on some fucking capacity. So I took that to heart and went, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I've got some sort of thing I've got to do. So yeah, I'm here for a reason. So I've got to find that reason, pretty much. And then I talked to some therapists and some counsellors, and they basically all said, you need to make friends. And I never, like, if you look at I don't know if you can view it anywhere, but I was following like 3 people on Twitter. 3 people I knew on Twitter, and the rest were all like YouTubers and stuff. And around April this year was the first time that entire time that I had decided, okay, I need to make friends. And the reason for it being April was that I was around the end of April, and at the beginning of April, my YouTube channel got terminated. My first one got terminated. This channel is not owned by me, in case someone wants to report it to YouTube. It's not owned by me. And my YouTube channel got deleted, and that was about 5 years of just work and editing wasted. Like, it's just still wasted. It's still 5 years of my life that I can never get back. From vlogs, from challenges that I did, from just stuff that I genuinely put myself through a lot of stuff to do. Gone. And then around April, I just kind of, like, my depression was like this. If it was, imagine it's a social blade chart. It was like rising, and then it was like, okay, this is good, but I was just on all-time low. I was sitting there crying over a fucking YouTube channel, but you've got to remember that it was all I had. I had no friends. Well, proper friends. I had no friends, really. I had no one I could really talk to about it. I think I had just under 1,000 subscribers at the time on that channel. So I had, my comments were reasonably active. Like my comments, I think I averaged like 30, 40 comments at that time. And so I would like, okay. I went to my Twitter, but they weren't on my Twitter. They were only on YouTube mainly. There was a few people. I think 2 of them still follow me, so if you're still following me, hi. But, and then at the end of that month, I got back with Andrew and started talking with him. I said, hey, this happened. And then he basically just said, I have no fucking clue. Oh shit. I have no fucking clue. Oh shit. No. He said, I have no clue what to do. Yeah. Grand advice, Andrew. And then I thought, okay. What can I do? Let's rant tweet. So I just went on Twitter. Went on the hashtag Make YouTube Great Again and just spammed it. Just was like, I was spamming it. I was just spamming it out non-stop, just saying, fuck you, YouTube, fuck you. I've missed out a lot of major points in this story that I was planning on getting to. And I can't talk about them. Okay, you know what, fuck that. Okay, right. So, I was going through this cycle of depression just before, like a couple of months before my channel got deleted, so around December, January. I was going through this horrible amounts of depression. I had attempted, I thought about killing myself so many times. I never took up self-harm at all, well, not on a serious level. And everything like that, but I thought about killing myself so much. I thought about I was looking up ways, like if my computer history still existed, it was basically, how to kill yourself. But I was just a complete, downer. I didn't want to do anything. I was just a down out, pretty much. Down out, no, I was just a complete downy. Fuck! I was a complete downer. That's the word I'm looking for. Fucking hell. I was a complete downer. I was just fucking, sat there with my head down. Fucking computer as well. But I did nothing. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't talk to people. And then obviously, my channel started to gain growth. And then I thought, okay, I've got something in my life now. I can dedicate myself to entertaining people. I can say, okay, well, I'm not completely useless. I'm making at least one person laugh. Or I'm giving at least one person some good advice that they can take. So I'm not completely fucking useless. And that's what gave me purpose. That's what made me not do anything. Because I thought, okay, I can dedicate myself to this. This is something that I have, that I can dedicate myself to. That I can give myself some sort of purpose. And so I know, like, when I wake up, it's not futile. I'm not waking up and doing nothing. I'm not just waking up and doing nothing. I knew people out there enjoyed my videos. There were people out there that were taking my advice to heart, and they looked up to me, and that was an amazing feeling. That was what things that dragged me through it. And I know that's the same for a couple of my friends as well. I say a couple, so I mean all of them. But so I went through that, and then obviously that basically, when I finally got a purpose, it just got taken away from me. And that really hurt. Like, it really, really hurt. And then when I started tweeting out the hashtag, I was like, okay, I want to see if anyone else tweeting about this. When I started spamming out hashtag Make YouTube Great Again. And I went on to it, and I met a bunch of people on that hashtag, because I was just like tweeting at people saying, yeah, fuck you, YouTube, you literally house hundreds of people by giving them paychecks. Fuck you. But there was a tweet, there were two tweets actually. The first tweet was from a guy, which I'm still slightly on good terms with. After all the recent drama, they're kind of like, okay, no. And I met this person. And I met, obviously, him, and he was really good. He supported me. He is privately supporting me. And before anyone said it, it's not gaming Diltusk, it's not him. He's continually supporting me. He's a massive influence in my life right now. And I thank him. I cannot thank Dusk enough for the amount of times he's been there for me. The amount of times if I've been down or something, he'll just listen to me moan. And that just means so much to me that someone does that. But this guy, he would talk to me, and he got me through stuff as well. He didn't talk to me as much, but it was still good to have someone there that I knew I could go, like if I was feeling down, I could still message him. But when I was going through that hashtag, there was a tweet that just, for some reason, I don't know why, it just really stood out to me. And it was something along the lines of, I don't agree with the hashtags. It was never, because YouTube's never been good in the first place, or something along those lines. And it stood out to me. Like, I was like, I saw it and I went, what do you mean it was never good in the first place, you stupid bitch? That was literally my reaction to that tweet. Like, that was literally, I typed it out, but then before I did that, I thought my brain just said, no, don't do that. So I went to their profile. And then I saw, like, they were looking to buy things like monitors and stuff, so I was like, I've done this in the past, I have a good idea of what monitors are, so I offered my help to this individual. We'll call them Sarah. So I offered my help to Sarah. And I went, hey, these monitors are grand, go buy these ones. And then after a while, I became friends with Sarah. Friends. Well, I thought I was friends with Sarah. Sarah obviously thought otherwise and wasn't actually my friend. But in my eyes, I was friends with Sarah. I got her Skype and I would Skype her semi-regularly. I got introduced to some of her friends, mainly if her friends just insulted me anyway, but still. I got introduced to her friends and, yeah, for the first time in about 3, 4, 5 years, I was talking to people. I was no longer just sitting on my own in my room recording. I actually had people to talk to. I knew, like, it was the first time I would actively open Skype to see if they were online. Any of them. Just because I was like, I was really happy that I was finally making friends with people. I was finally talking to people. It sounds so sad, but when you know, like, what you've heard before now, but I was happy. I was happy for the first time. And I was only really happy when I was talking to Sarah. For reasons of, I developed a massive crush on Sarah. And this YouTube video is still going to get hate comments no matter what I do, isn't it? But I developed this crush on Sarah. When I looked at Sarah, I just saw this magnificent thing. She was just amazing. I loved her videos. I just loved her all around. She was amazing in every single possibly conceivable way. And my depression, like, I would feel like, constantly I would drag through life. But then I'd be sitting there just really down, and then I would get the do on Skype, and it would be her calling, and I was like, literally, like a reenactment would be. But no, in all legitimacy, they were like, whenever I was talking to them, like, I loved it. There was a couple occasions where basically it was Skyping for like 3 hours or something, and that was like the best time. Like, even I could literally have been like fucking doing something that I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, doing something really important. It sounds like a masturbation joke. I could have been doing, it's not, but I could have been doing something really important, and I would just, like, if I got a call from her, I would drop it. Like, literally, like, there was one time, actually, I'm not going to go into any details of this, but, like, I thought I was pretty close with Sarah. I thought, okay, yeah. So, and then, one of my friends, which had been friends with me the whole time of this, did I tell this story? I think I told it. My friend, call him Dave, basically was like, I basically went to him saying, oh my god, she's fucking amazing, what the fuck do I do? My fucking phone's ringing. Oh, timing is a bitch, isn't it? Well, I've never gone on a hyper rampage and then had someone call me and offer me PPI refund. But anyway, right, okay. So Dave, he was, I think I called him Dave, did I? Yeah. He basically, I said to him, hey, what do I do? I found this amazing person. Because I'd never, like, I've had crushes and stuff in the past, but, like, this crush, it was literally, like, when I would, like, see them on Twitter or something, my heart would just go. Or, like, I would just, like, or whenever I heard their voice, I was literally like, oh my god! Just because it was like, whenever I heard them, it was like, if I was in a Skype call with Sarah, and she had gone, like, halfway through, and she said, jump in front of a bus, or something like that, like, not jokingly, like, I would legitimately do that. I would, like, whenever in a Skype call with Sarah, I was legitimately, like, I was just hypnotised, like, she could, like, say, literally do anything, and I would have done it. And I did, several times, for different things, like Twitter, tweeting out shit, and commenting and stuff like that. But then Dave, which was the one that was giving me advice on how to do it, like, he'd said, oh, just go into her DMs on Twitter and say, fucking ask her out, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But I'd never had a crush this strong before, so I was, like, I'd asked people, okay, be completely honest with this, well, I originally lost my virginity when I was around 10 to a 15-year-old girl. So, oh god, that's always something that not many people know. In all fairness, that was kind of the only reason that happened was because the 15-year-old got dared to literally pretty much be a pedophile. But I think she still follows my channel actually. But yeah, okay. So I lost my virginity there, and that is still remaining the only time I've ever been with a female. Wow. Why did I just say that? It still remains it's the only time I've been with a female. I'd asked out one girl. Like, I have asked out, well, before Sarah, I'd asked out one girl in my entire life. Oh god, people are just going to use this against me even more, aren't they? I'd asked out one girl. And yeah, I'd asked out that one girl, and they basically just, no, they just said no outright. So I was just kind of, and after that I just kind of crawled away and went, okay, right, I'm never doing that again. Because it was like, oh, okay, I made a mistake, right, never do that again. Because it was really embarrassing. But, and that was literally around 2011. One of the times when I was in my depression bits, because I was just like, well, I've got fuck all to lose, let's do it. But this time he decided, okay, I'm going to be a complete dick and go on Twitter and tweet about it. I don't think she ever saw them originally, but then I think she eventually did find out about it. So I went into DMs with her and sort of said, hey, I really fucking like you. Will you go on a date with me? And when I was sending that message, I was talking to one of my friends at the time, which is still my friend. And he was basically saying, okay, this is, like, you should say something along these lines, and then I would basically completely ignore it and say something else. But, like, literally, when I was sending the messages, I used this Pringleted ass, like, I was like I could barely hold my phone. And then the response that I got from Sarah was, I said, well, you going to date? Just one date, basically. And then she said, yeah, sure, I can go, yeah. Can I think about it? And I just, when she said that, I literally just kind of, this was like my reaction to that, I was like, that was my reaction to that, and I pretty much, like, after that moment, and she'd said yes, and then she said, can I think about it, I was, like, even despite the fact that literally, like, my dream girl and all accounts basically just said, yes, they would go on a date with me, and that was like, okay, yep, even if she comes in and says no at this point, life complete, pretty much. And, yeah, so, and then, after that, the person that had been giving me the advice, that had tweeted out in how she had originally found out about it, turned out to be, by all accounts, a pedophile. I don't know much behind the story. All I know is that the person that had been friends with me since I was 9, considering he was like 16 at the time I was 9, I probably should have seen that coming, but yeah, he was my friend, and yeah, he turned out to be a pedophile. And I still literally cry about that, knowing that I'd been so close to somebody that had done the things that he'd done. And I hate that. I hate thinking about that. I just hate it. And yeah. And then at that point I was just in a complete, like, I was still sort of like, hey, Sarah said yeah. But then I was sort of like, oh shit, my best friend's a pedophile. And I basically just went into this horrible, horrible whole depression again. And then I thought, okay, I have these friends now. I have Sarah, I have Dusk, which was my friend at the time, and I have this other guy. And basically, I was like, oh, yay, I have people I can talk to about this. I don't have to be all alone. So I overly talked to them, because they were the only people that I actually knew. That I would over talk to them. I would overly Skype them. And over, I don't think I ever once just called Sarah up unannounced for one reason. I was terrified that I was going to call her up, because this happened to me with one friend. It was like, oh, what do you want? And then I would just say, oh, I'm bored. And, oh, don't call me if you're just bored, and I'll come if you need something. Yeah, I'd fallen out with the person at the time, but still, I've always been terrified of that happening again, so that kind of stopped. Well, not so much now, but now I'm over this kind of stuff, but yeah. I just basically went into that, so don't be a pedophile. So, and then I thought, okay, I'll have these people I can talk to. So I would call up Sarah, I would call up Dusk, I would call up everyone, I would just sort of say, oh hey, well do you want me to keep you up to date? And she went, yeah. I know they were all involved in it, which is why, and I kind of just thought, okay, well I'm close to these people, I can trust these people, and I did. And then, after that I just kind of went back into, after he'd been arrested, I basically just went, this is destroying friendships, so I basically just said, oh, he killed himself, because he'd been put into jail, and he's not scheduled for release until like 2050 or 60 or something. Yeah, so I was like, okay, yeah, I just told my friends he killed himself to move on with it. And I did. And I said, hey, he killed himself, so hold on. And then it moved on. I can't remember what the next thing happened after that. Yeah, I was going through a thing with YouTube, and I basically got no subscribers or comments. So I said, okay, let's make some accounts and comment on my videos. So I went, okay, comment. Okay, comment. And I did that, and oh god, why am I getting this? And yeah, comment on my videos. And then basically what had happened was one of my friends had created an account. And they basically were like, I basically said, oh, comment this, comment this. And then eventually he just went, you know what? Fuck off, have the fucking account. So I took the account and I basically used that to comment, because I was like, oh yeah, that's not my account, so I'm fine. And then obviously it's like, it got even worse and worse. And oh man, that was something. The camera cut out, and then I just decided to go in a fiddle fit. But Jesus Christ, okay. Right, okay. So I can't remember where I got to. Okay, where the fuck did I get to? Oh man. Comment. Okay, comment. Okay, so I was commenting on my own videos. And I commented on her videos. And I commented on friends' videos. And I commented on friends' videos. And I did that constantly. And then I had a character I invented. Amy. And she was a character in my head. And I involved people in it. And I essentially, with that character, I fucked over every single friendship that I had. Because I'm a fucking moron. And I just admitted that. I had the best friends. I had friends that I really liked, that I trusted, that I literally loved. And I just looked up to on so many levels. And I had friends that I could have just have been so... amazing. Shut up. And yeah. So I did that. And then essentially I got this other friend that followed me on Twitter and that tweeted at me a few times. We'll call them Jack. And Jack had tweeted at me a few times. And I was like, oh, he tweets at me quite a bit. So I decided to just follow him back, and we DM'd. We got on a Skype call, and then somebody in the chat put in like, fucking planes. And then things happened on their channel, which I'm not going to go into here. And yeah, so they went into there. And there was a fan fiction that was run between me and Sarah. Which, I think the video is still on my channel, but it's private, so... mainly because it has, I think it's got like 25,000 views, so I don't want to private it. Oh, but, right. So that video... it was made, and she wrote it down. I wasn't on talking terms with her at the time, which was killing me, so I was like, okay, I need to do something here. And she's forgiven me like so many times and brought me back as a friend. And well, thank you, Sarah. You know who you actually are if you're watching this. Thank you so much for that. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it the first time, but fuck's sake, why does my computer do that? And then I basically, when I was in a Skype call with them, because of my split personality and stuff like that, I became Jacob. And I haven't even got into this, but I have split personality disorder. Jacob and Stephen are different people. This is Stephen for the first time in a long time. I should have explained that at the beginning of the video. But I basically thought, okay, well, I'm bored as fuck, what do I do? Oh, right, I thought I'll start messaging him, because he was in a Skype call, so I started messaging him with all the stuff from the Amy account, and I sort of said, hey, yeah. And then I sort of went, whoa, what else can I do here? So I went, hey, can I send me nudes? And yeah, I shouldn't have done that in any sense of the word. It's scummy, it's horrible, just shit. And I did that, and he blocked the account, which I thought, oh yeah, he blocked the account. So I went, okay, that's that done. I'll probably do it with someone else in a couple of weeks, because that's basically my pastime. And yeah, I did that, and then all of a sudden I can't remember how people realised it was me, but they realised it was me somehow, and they sort of went, yeah, it's Jacob, it's all Jacob, and that was it. And then at that point I was sort of like, oh shit. And actually before that, somebody else had written a fan fiction about me and Sarah, which I still don't know who it is to this day. I have a rough idea who it is, but I don't want to name names here, and I don't think I'm ever going to even bring it up with them, because it would just be horribly embarrassing, but still. I sent her the fanfiction, and then I was like, I made friends with her again. She was like, oh yeah, we'll be friends, we just won't talk on Twitter or anything. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, I get that. And then I found the fanfiction, read it, and I bursted laughing. I was like, this is amazing. So I sent it to her, because I thought she'd get a laugh out of it as well. And then, like, 20 minutes later, I was blocked. And I was like, oh. And then I called up my friend Dusk, and here's again, and went, I fucked it again somehow. I always seem to find a way to fuck up things. Oh, always find a way somehow. And then she went, and then he basically said, oh, don't worry, it'll get sorted again. Never did, but basically, I got turned up for that, and then I was like, oh shit. She told all of her friends, she told all of his friends, and then I just got basically attacked online. I got emails sent, I got basically downright harassed online, and which I don't care about. I don't care. And I just tried to move on with that, and then at one point I was just literally in tears one night, and I was just like, I fucked over the best friends I could have had. I had the best friends at the beginning of this month. I was finally friends with Sarah again. I had fixed every single bridge. I'd rebuilt every bridge I'd burned, and I just went round and burnt them all again. And basically at that point what I did was I just sent her an email and said, hey, this is what's wrong with me, this is how fucked up I am, I'm sorry. I never got a response, and I went, oh, I fucked over way too hard this time. So a few days, I think like 2 weeks went by, and I basically just went, oh, well, I'm never going to be friends with her again, which still kills me on the inside to this fucking day. It kills me for all of them, and I don't put the blame on anyone, it's all me. I fucked over the best friendships and relationships I could put. I fucked them all over. I always seem to find a way. And I basically went, okay, right, I'm going to send her an email just saying, I did these things, I'm sorry. I'm not asking for forgiveness, I'm not asking for you to be my friend, I'm just sorry. I never got a response to that. And then I joined a Discord a couple of days ago. And basically said, and then it was basically like, oh, that was harassment. And then I was really, oh. I mean, in hindsight it probably was 2 emails, that's harassment, right, obviously. But yeah, and I was like, oh. And then I was sort of like, and then today, I sort of sat down and just looked at everything I'd done, and if I was in Sarah's position, if I was in any of those positions, I would have ran into the hills and just tried to get away from me, because I look like a creepy son of a bitch. I'm not. I don't want to be, I don't mean to be like this, I've been, and basically, yeah, so I basically joined Discord yesterday, and I thought, okay, I just need to admit, it was originally just with one person, and I was like, okay, because I'm very good with just talking to people one-on-one and admitting things, so I thought it was going to be one-on-one with this individual, but then it was like, oh no, other people are in the call, and I was like, oh, and then it was like, just the call just got flooded up because it was in Discord, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, at the end of that night, once I'd been out of the Discord, it was basically just non-stop insulting me. And in the end, I was speaking to Dusk again, and then I sort of said, okay, I just want to personally apologise to her. I want to see if there's anything I can do, and I want to just admit everything to her, and just say everything to her, and then move on. And I basically joined it. I asked her the first question while she was in there, and then I essentially just got, fuck off, basically. Fuck off, I don't want to talk to you, basically. And then I went, basically what happened was I joined the Discord with her, just, it was a private one-on-one thing, and it was like, and then when I was trying to do it, she was basically like, yeah, fuck off, basically. And then at that point, I was like, erupting into tears. I just left the Discord. I just ran out of the Discord as fast as I could because I was just erupting into tears. And I basically called up Dusk again in tears and just said, hey, I'm such a fucking moron. I wasn't even able to fucking talk to her. And before all this had happened, I made 2 videos regarding Sarah, which is probably going to give away who Sarah is. But I made 2 videos in this individual. I made petty jokes about her family. I made petty jokes about her. I gave away information I shouldn't have given away. And I beat myself up about that because it was made in anger, because what happened was I thought I was really close with her on the terms of online friends that talk a few times a week. So I was like, okay, I'm really close to her. And then I joined a stream, and she was basically saying, oh yeah, whenever I streamed with him, it was because no one else was online. Oh, I never liked him. He was a piece of shit. I never liked him. I only talked to him for this reason, that reason. I never actually liked him. And then I sort of went, oh. Fuck's sake. Okay, so that happened. And then I sort of went, okay, well fuck you too then. So I made videos on her, and I basically just called her out for things she hadn't done. And I just went forward and said, hey, she fucking stole from me, she did this, and she did that. Just all made in fucking anger, because I was upset at that point. I was really upset, and I shouldn't have done it, and I made petty jokes. And I said things that I shouldn't have said, and basically, like, the bridge was half burnt, and then I just came over with a fucking steamroller and went over it. And I just fucked any chance of ever apologising to her or anything, and I just fucked it so hard. And I just got rid of it. The little chance of rebuilding it went away at that point. And oh fuck, man. I don't want to fucking do that, Jesus. And yeah. Then I joined the Discord, obviously, and that was the last time I've talked to her. And it's probably going to be the last time I'll ever hear from her, and it's the last time I'm ever probably going to hear her voice when it's talking to me. I'm back to what it was like at the beginning of this year. My depression's back. I have no motivation to do anything. I have 2 friends, Dusk and Andrew. Just 2 friends I have. That's it. And I could add so much more. I could have had a really decent number of online friends and offline friends. Like, in this month of September, I'm going to the place where she lives. I'm not going to her fucking home. I'm going to, like, the town she lives in for a convention there. And at that point, I originally, I spoke to her and said, hey, do you know me for this point? I was like, oh, possibly. So I was like, okay, I added an extra day on for that, just in case. So I was like, and I really don't want to go to that, because, like, for one reason, I'm just scared that she's going to fucking see me there, and then, like, say, oh, you fucking found out exactly where I would be on the stage. I'm terrified of that, because, like, I've accidentally joined Discord that she's in, and then she's accused me of joining it only because she's in it. I'm scared to open Discord in case I accidentally click a link to Discord that she's in. I'm genuinely scared to do that, because I'm scared of getting accused of stalking her or something. Because I don't want to. I don't want to upset her. I don't want to do anything like that. And I'm just trying to avoid everything. I'm trying to avoid accidentally getting in contact with her. And yeah. But yeah. So that's pretty much a summed up version of my story up to now. So, to Sarah, I am immensely sorry. I am immensely sorry for everything. I poked over any chance of a friendship. And I just fucked over so much, and I just ruined everything. You were one of the nicest and most amazing people that I've ever met. And the fact that you even talked to me for that small amount of time still amazes me, that you had ever talked to me. It just amazes me on so many levels. But moving on from that to the person I believe I called James, the person that was requested nudes and was talked to from Amy. I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry for getting you involved in it. I'm sorry for anything like that. You have a right to hate me. You have a right for all of that. You have so many rights for that. I'm sorry. To the people that I've offended and upset and caused upset with because of my jokes about learning difficulties and just plain insulting people's looks and appearances, which is just scummy. Oh shit, which is just scummy and low. I'm sorry. I mean, in all fairness, I'm not one to talk on looks, am I? But I'm sorry. They're mainly all made in anger, which doesn't give me an excuse at all. But I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. If there's ever anything I can do for any of the people that I've upset, or that I've caused any distress for anything at all, monetary, physically, anything at all, just email me, contact me on Skype, anything. I'm sorry to all of you. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't say it any more times without it losing meaning, but to anyone that's listened this far, thank you. To anyone that does support me, thank you. If anybody that I've upset and ruined friendships with does want to give me a second chance, which I know one person has, which is amazing, just absolutely amazing that one person has, but if anyone else does, thank you. But from today, which is the 1st of September, outside of my main channel, because you can see this on my second channel, which to avoid it getting confused with comedy, I'm not going to lie to friends. I'm not going to be deceitful with anyone. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to just simply attack people online because I've fallen out with them. I'm just going to be completely honest with everybody. I want to learn from my past mistakes and be a much better person tomorrow than I have been in the past. So once again, I'm sorry. And thank you guys for listening. I have to actually go to college now, so that's going to be fun. Because I'm just in a really down mood going through all that again. So if I've missed anything out, I'll probably make another video on it, which I really don't want to do. But thank you guys for listening. Peace. So, kind of editing Stephen here again, but when I was watching this back, I realised at the end it sort of sounded like I was saying, give me a second chance, and I'm not saying that to on any capacity. I'm not saying any of the people I've hurt, or any of the people that I've caused any upset to, any of the people that I've just downright lied to and gone behind their back. Any of them, I do not believe I deserve anything from them. I wasn't making that out, but I thought that I gave off that message, so I'm not trying to do anything yet. I'm just, all this video was for was to admit my wrongs and say that I'm going to try and move on from it. That's all this video was. So, another outro? Let's go. Okay, thanks.